someone gave me one question in last doubt class that if there are more than one capacitors, then also the circuit was asking about the its time constant. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, in few cases, actually the time constant of the circuit, this question is valid. Why? That is a very basic understanding for that. For example, suppose the capacitors are connected in simple series or parallel like this, right? I think in that circuit also the capacitors were connected like this. Suppose two capacitors are connected in simple parallel like this, and if someone now asks me what is the tau or time constant for this circuit, I can find the time constant for this circuit. Why? Suppose that charge on this plate is q1 at some instant and charge on this plate is q2 at some instant. Can I write q1 is equal to c1 into v into 1 minus e power minus t by tau 1, right? What is V? I can say that the potential difference across this is V. Now, in both of the cases, the potential difference is the same, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. So, Q2 is equal to Q equal to CV, right? C2V into 1 minus e power minus t by tau 2. As the potential differences are same, so this is V1, V2 and V1 equal to V2, right? Then I can say that V1 equal to V2. Then we can say that Q1 by C1 into 1 minus e power minus t by tau 1 Q equal to CV, right? Q equal to CV, and this charge is also equal to CV. So if I say that this is equal to C2 into 1 minus e power minus t by tau 2. Yes. So Q1 by C1, this ratio Q1 by C1 and Q2 by C2, this ratio are same everywhere. The potential difference across this,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
right? So basically I can say that at any instant Q1 by C1, at any instant, right? At any instant, as Q1 by C1 is equal to Q2 by C2. So if I cancel them, then what will be there? Can I say tau 1 is equal to tau 2?
Yes, sir.
So why this is possible? Because they are in simple parallel. Or if you assume them that the circuits are in simple series circuit like this. In series circuit, at any instant, if I say that the current is I, this charge will be Q and this charge will also be Q, the charges will be the same, yes or no? Here, can you say the charges will be the same?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So if I say that the first case I is equal to do you remember what is the value of I? The equation of I, V1 by tau 1, V1 by tau 1, what was the equation for I? I was equal, I will just differentiate this one, right? So it is C1 V1 divided by tau 1 into 1 minus will not be there, into e power minus t by tau 1. I think this is the I. And the same current I can follow for the second one also. C2 V2 by tau 2 e power minus t by tau 2. Yes or no? Can I write this equation?
Yes, sir.
And Q is equal to C1 V1 equal to C2 V2. Can I also say that? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if you
Yes.
cancel them, also you will find that tau 1 is equal to tau 2. Right? So the circuit equivalent time constant can be defined if they are in simple series or simple parallel. Right? Simple parallel or simple series circuit. But I cannot define time constant if connection is anything like this. I cannot define time constant now for this circuit. Right? For this circuit, tau is not same. Right? That is why in your question, if you look to the diagrams, they have given you a simple series and parallel networks. Have you understood this word?
স্যার আই হ্যাড দ্য কোয়েশ্চেন দ্যাট যদি আমাদের আমি একটা ক্যাপাসিটরের টাইম কনস্ট্যান্ট বার করতে চাই ওই মেথডটা যেটা আপনি বলেছেন কি
হ্যাঁ,
শর্ট
হ্যাঁ।
দ্য ব্যাটারি, তো ওটা এখানে কি করে অ্যাপ্লাই করব?
কোনটা? একটার?
একটা টাইম কনস্ট্যান্ট বার করতে চাই,
হ্যাঁ, আমি তো ওখানে বলেছিলাম যে ওই মেথডে তুমি একটা একটা করে বার করতে পারবে। ওই মেথডে তুমি একসঙ্গে টাইম কনস্ট্যান্ট ক্যালকুলেট করতে পারবে না ওই মেথড দিয়ে। Though that method was only applicable when there is only one capacitor. Otherwise, you have to assume the in this case, suppose I have to find the time constant, then what I will assume? The charge Q1 I will assume to be A1 plus B1 e power minus t by tau 1, and this charge Q2 I will assume in the same function A2 plus B2 e power minus t by tau 2. Then I will solve and find tau 1 tau 2. Here there is no shortcut of finding tau 1 and tau 2. Look, the post office box, it has an arrangement like this. The basic principle is a Wheatstone bridge, where we will use three known resistance to find an unknown resistance. So here this S type of structure is there, and in between all these two gaps, you can see there are gaps. In between all two adjacent gaps, there are actually resistances. What is the value of these resistors that are given here below? You can see. So this is 1000 ohm resistor, this is 100 ohm, this is 10 ohm, this is 1 ohm, like this. All these points are connected with resistors. But there is a plug. If you see that this box, you will see that there will be a plug. There will be plugs, right? And these plugs are made of pure copper. So what will happen? What will be the resistance between these 2 points when these plugs are there in the gap? What will be the resistance?
Heat almost
0. Can you understand why? Because as I plug these switches here in between the gaps, then this plug will behave as a perfect conductor, and the current will bypass through the plug, and the resistors will not work. Yes or no?
Yes.
And if you have to, yes,
What if we use a continuous rod?
This is the arrangement. You cannot use a rod. You cannot insert a rod here. Yes, you can use a continuous rod in meter bridge. We have used that, right? Meter bridge, we have used a continuous rod here. But this arrangement is something different. So if I have to make a resistance between B and C, which is say 100 ohm, what I will do? I will just plug off the 100 ohm resistor between these two gap. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, I will just pull up that that plug in between these two gap, and the resistance between B and C will be 100 ohm. Similarly, there is so many resistors between this point A and D, and one resistor is also infinity. That means there is no resistors connected in between these two lines. Then there will be no current if you just pull that plug off from here. Now, once this arrangement we have understood, let us try to understand the working principle. Look, there is one branch B and C. I can set the resistance between B and C. Another branch of the Wheatstone bridge is A and B. I can also set the resistance between A and B. So these are known values. Another branch of the Wheatstone bridge is A and D. I can also set the resistance of this branch A and D. Right? So all these three are known. And the unknown resistance is definitely connected between C and D. X is unknown. Right? X is unknown here. So if I try to draw this network in a Wheatstone bridge, you will see that I have a resistance in between A and B. I have a resistance in between B and C. I have a resistance in between A and D. And I have a resistance between C and D. This is X. Suppose A and B the resistance is P, B and C the resistance is Q, A and D the resistance is R, and this resistance is X.
But A and D or C and D resistance টা কি করে করলেন?
A and D and C and D?
How to set up the resistance?
A and D, this entire branch, you can pull up any plug and you will set up the resistance.
Answer C and D.
It is unknown resistance. Some unknown resistance is there. I have to measure it.
Okay, sir.
Now you can see that there is a connection between A and this switch K1. So A is connected with that switch K1. And this switch is connected with, this K1 switch is connected with a cell which is connected with C. Similarly, B is connected with another switch K2, and that switch is connected with D. And there is a galvanometer in between. Now can you understand the Wheatstone bridge? So
Yes, sir.
if I close all both the switches, then in null deflection, null point, at null point, P by R is equal to Q by X. So the value of X will be Q into R by P. Yes or no? Q by P into R. Actually, this is the resistance value X that I have to calculate. This is the working principle of this post office box. Right? Now, how do I find the value of this Q, P and R? Look, there is one term that is known as the sensitivity of galvanometer. We'll talk about sensitivity of galvanometer when we'll talk about construction of galvanometer. But remember that whenever all the resistors are in the same order, the galvanometer is most sensitive, right? So suppose the unknown resistor X is in order of 10 ohms, right? Then all the resistors you can choose in this order only, right? To make the galvanometer more sensitive. Because suppose the ratio Q by P is 10. So what you can do, you can take Q to be 1, P to be 10, or you can take Q to be 1000 and P to be 10,000. Then also the ratio will be the same, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But if the value of X is in order of 10 ohms, your preferred value will be 1 and 10, not 1000 and 10,000. Or maybe 10 and 100, that also give you the correct result. But if you take 1000 and 10,000, then these resistors are far away from the order of the given resistor. So whenever in this case you have to find in a balanced Wheatstone bridge, actually you need to remember that in a Wheatstone bridge, if I have to measure some value of unknown resistance, then all the four resistors should be of the same order, right? More or less, in order to make the galvanometer more sensitive. Sensitive means that in per unit change of the resistors, the unknown resistors, the deflection of the galvanometer will be more, right? Otherwise, the galvanometer will not show a proper deflection. So in this case, suppose the value of R lies in between 1 to 10 ohm. Then what I will first choose? I will first choose Q to be 1 ohm, P to be 10 ohm. So if I choose Q to be 1 ohm, that means I will plug off this 1 ohm resistor. P I will plug off this 10 ohm resistor, right? Then what about the value of R? Now suppose I have first plugged off the value of R to be 5 ohm. I am guessing. I have assumed that the value of R is say 50 ohm, right? Because it is in between 1 to 10 and this ratio is 10. So R should be in between 10 to 100, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
R should be in between 10 to 100.
I
But
couldn't understand.
you could not understand that? Suppose it is given
Yes.
that the value of R is in between 1 to 10 ohm. How do I find the value of R? Sorry, X. It is given X. I've done a mistake here. The unknown resistance that you have to find, suppose it is given that the value lies in between 1 to 10 ohm. So it is in order of 10 ohm basically. What I will do, I will first set the value of Q and P, because look, R has a wide range. I can change the value of R in a very wide range. So let us first set the values of Q and P. I have set the value of Q to be 1 ohm. I have plugged off 1 ohm resistor from here, and I have set the value of P to be 10 ohm. I have plugged the 10 ohm resistor from here. So what is the value ratio of Q by P now? 10, right? So if X is in order of 1 to 10 ohm, then what should be the order of R in order to find the X to be 1 to 10 ohm?
10 to 100.
10 to
Yes, sir,
100.
now understood
Yes,
that
but
X you put that's right.
yes, but I do not actually know what the exact value of R may be. So I have first plugged off the 50 ohm. How do I plug off 50 ohm? Here it is 50 ohm resistor given. Right? I have plugged off the 50 ohm resistor. Whenever you plug off 50 ohm resistor, suppose the deflection of the galvanometer is in the left direction, right? For example, let us assume that the deflection is in the left direction. Then you again plug in the 50 ohm resistor and you plug off the 40 ohm resistor. How do I plug off 40 ohm? 220 ohm resistors, if I plug off, it will be now 40 ohm. So as soon as you plug off 40 ohm resistor, you see that the galvanometer deflection is in this direction. So now what do you understand? That the resistance will be R will be in between 40 to 50, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now suppose you again make the resistance 45, you see that it is right side, right? And you make it in 44, you see it is left side, right? So in that way you can have a range that between what to what the resistance will lie, right? Suppose the resistance you find that the
So
resistance,
we can find the range, or we can
yes,
find the actual resistance also.
you can find the range. Actually you cannot find the exact resistance, but accurately you can find. I will tell you how. Accurately means approximately correct result you can find. Now I know that suppose that the value of x may lie in between, say suppose 42 to 45. Suppose this range I have got, because if you change the value in a very small range, you will not be able to note the deflection of galvanometer, right? Suppose you change the value to be in a very small range, you will find that you will not be able to change whether the galvanometer is deflected, because the galvanometer will be here only, right? But again, when the galvanometer is here, suppose for a x between, when x is 42, also the galvanometer is here. When x is 45, also the galvanometer is here. So what you have to understand then the x lies between 42 and 45, right?
স্যার দুটা রেজিস্ট্যান্সের কি করে নাল পয়েন্টে থাকবে গ্যালভানোমিটারটা?
Galvanometer is not exactly at null
দুটো
point,
আলাদা
but
আলাদা।
galvanometer is not exactly at null point, but you are not able to distinguish that deflection.
ও
Understood?
ওকে।
So suppose your R, when you find that R is in between 42 to 45, now you cannot no longer you can distinguish the deflection of galvanometer. So what you can predict, that the resistance X, now you can predict that the resistance X must lie in between 4.2 and 4.3, 4.5.
Yes.
Now what you can do, you can again now set the value of Q to be 10 ohm and the value of P to be 100 ohm. Right? In this case, value of P to be say 10, not value of Q to be 10 ohm. Suppose value of Q to be 1 ohm and P to be 100 ohm. Then the ratio of then X will be R by 100, right? Now what you put the value of R, now you put the value of R to be, you can now look, the value of R will be somehow in between 420 to 450, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now you can see that when it is 420, the deflection is left, and when it is 450, the deflection is right. Now can you distinguish the deflection separately because the resistance because there is a huge gap in the resistance. Now again you adjust and you find that when the resistors in between, when the resistance in between 430 to 435, you cannot now distinguish the galvanometer deflection. Then what you can conclude, that what is the value of X now? X lies in between 4.3 to yes 4.3 to 4.35, right? So in this way actually you can make your data more accurate, but as I have said that you cannot take these values Q and P to be thousands, because in that case you will lose the sensitivity of the galvanometer. So there is a limit up to which you can find the value of X accurately.
সেটা কতবার করতে হবে, মানে কতবার করলে একটা অ্যাকিউরেট লেভেলে আসবে?
সেটা ডিপেন্ড করছে, মোস্টলি দুবারই রিডিং নেওয়া হয়, দুবার রিডিংয়ে তোমার আনসার চলে আসা উচিত।
স্যার আর সেনসিটিভিটিটা লস কেন হয়? কেন কি গ্যালভানোমিটার তো যতটা কারেন্ট পাবে বাকিটা তো শান্ট রেজিস্ট্যান্স দিয়ে পাঠিয়ে দিবে।
শান্ট রেজিস্ট্যান্স দিয়ে পাঠিয়ে দেবে, ঠিক। এবার দেখো গ্যালভানোমিটারের কারেন্টের সঙ্গে ওদের একটা ইকুয়েশন বার করা যাবে, রাইট? আমরা যখন গ্যালভানোমিটার কনস্ট্রাকশন করবো তখন সেন্সিটিভিটি অ্যাকচুয়ালি ডিফাইন করা হয় অন্যরকমভাবে। আমরা ডেফিনেশনটা এখনো পড়িনি সেন্সিটিভিটি, তখন আমরা ডিসকাস করবো এগুলো, রাইট? Not very important term, but again I can discuss them, right? Not very important for your exam purpose, but we can discuss. বলো।
স্যার এটা পোস্ট অফিসের সঙ্গে কি করে রিলেশন আছে, মানে পোস্ট অফিস
হ্যাঁ,
বক্স
অ্যাকচুয়ালি পোস্ট অফিস বক্স এগুলো অনেক আগে ইউজ করা হতো। পোস্ট অফিস থেকে generally long times back they used to send information from post office like telegram, this type of things, right? Electrical signals are used to send from one post office to another post office, right? So how these electrical signals are connected? Suppose this is one post office, this is a post office box, right? And this resistance is not connected with C. Forget about this connection now, right? This connection, forget about this connection. So where this unknown resistance is actually connected, this is connected with another post office 2, and this is connected at post office 1. So post office 1 actually uses this unknown resistance to send signal to post office 2, right? Somehow suppose there was a storm yesterday and this connection lost, right? So as this connection lost, now I have to find that where this connection has been lost. It may happen that the connection is lost here. Lost here means there is a breakdown of this resistance here, or there is a breakdown of this resistance here. Now it is not possible that I will keep on checking each and every place where there is a breakdown, because this is a very large distance. So that is why it is needed that where the breakdown has occurred, and it was usually that these connections were mostly on ground. So if there is a breakdown, then this resistors basically actually was connected with earth, right? So if it is connected with earth, then what they used to do, they also connect this C with earth. Actually, if you look to the Wheatstone bridge, now the circuit is something like that there is a loss in connection. So there is a earthing with this X, and they also earth the point C. Now can I say C and this point are at the same potential?
Yes, sir.
So I can calculate X from this post office box, and I know that what is the resistance per unit length, and I can just divide it and I can find that exactly where there is a fault.
স্যার এই লাস্ট পার্টটা আরেকবার বলুন।
আমি বললাম যে can you understand that whenever there is a fault it will connect with the earth?
ইয়েস স্যার।
So I connect the C also from to the earth in my post office, so that C and this point now are at the same potential. Now I can use that Wheatstone bridge principle to calculate the value of X. Now I know that what is the resistance per unit length of this wire. This is a continuous wire actually, if you understand. Right? So it has a resistance per unit length. If I divide that with X, then can I find what is the length where I have to check for the fault? So
Yes.
that, in that
Yes.
way, they identified where the fault actually happened. Understood?
স্যার বলছিলাম ওটা 42 না মানে এক্স
বলো।
স্যার বলছিলাম যে যদি দু জায়গায় ব্রেকডাউন হয়
এক জায়গায় ব্রেকডাউন হলে, দু জায়গায় ব্রেকডাউন হলে তোমাকে আগে এক এক করে ঠিক করতে হবে। এই জায়গায় তুমি যখন পেয়ে গেলে এটা কানেক্ট করে দাও, তারপর তো তুমি আরেকটা রেজিস্ট্যান্সের ভেতরে তখন এক্স এর ভ্যালু চেঞ্জ হয়ে যাবে।
স্যার তাহলে তো মাল্টিপল ব্রেকডাউনের জন্য অনেক টাইম
মাল্টিপল ব্রেকডাউনের জন্য, হ্যাঁ মাল্টিপল ব্রেকডাউনের জন্য, বাট বেসিক্যালি মাল্টিপল ব্রেকডাউন হবে না। ব্রেকডাউন হলে একবার দুটো জায়গাতেই হবে। Right? And also there is one important thing, that before closing switch K2, first I have to close switch K1 for some time, then I will close switch K2. Right? আমাকে আগে K1 ক্লোজ করে রাখতে হবে কিছুক্ষণ, তারপরে K2 ক্লোজ করলে তবে আমি গ্যালভানোমিটারের রিডিং পাবো। Why it is so? The reason behind is we have not studied all this reason till now, because these registers, inside registers, they are made in terms of coils. Right? এইগুলো সবগুলো এক একটা কয়েল থাকে, and coils act as a solenoid. Have you,
সেটা আরেকবার বলে দিন না, ডিসকানেক্ট হয়েছে।
আমি এটাই বলছি। I'm saying that before closing switch K2, you have to close switch K1 and wait for few minutes. Why it is so? Because all these resistors are actually in the form of coil. And do you remember that in last class in magnetism I said that coils are nothing but solenoids which can store magnetic field inside it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
স্যার
Basically, coils has a property that they oppose the change in current inside it. Why it is so, that we will study in the next chapter. But coils, this is known as self-inductance. We'll talk about self-inductance later. But for the time being, just know that due to the self-inductance, that coils do not allow to change the current instantly. It takes some time to settle down that current. So that is why I will first close that switch K1, wait for few time to settle that current, then I will close switch K2 and find the galvanometer reading. Okay, so this is the working principle of post office box.
So can you repeat the last part?
Last part I said that this registers connected between AB, BC, CD, AD, all these registers are in the form of coils, and coils have a property called self-inductance, due to which they do not allow instant change in current through them. Just like capacitors in electrostatics, we have studied that capacitors do not allow instant change in charge inside them. Do you remember that charge in the capacitor grow up gradually?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, current
Yes.
in the coil grows up gradually, not instantly. So that
Okay,
is
sir.
why you need some time for the current to settle down. Settle down means the steady state current. To reach the steady state, you have to wait for few seconds or few minutes. Then you keep the close that switch K2 and take your reading. All right. So I think we have discussed a lot of things about post office box. This is the working principle. Numericals will only be asked from that working principle. Let us try to solve it. The calculation is a bit lengthy. Suppose,
Sir, I used a property at last to find that that theta.
theta.
আমার মাথায় এলো কি প্যারাবোলিক কনকেভ মিররে যদি আমরা একটা লাইট ইনসিডেন্ট করি প্যারালাল টু দ্যাট প্রিন্সিপাল অ্যাক্সিস, ওটা ফোকাস দিয়ে পাস হয়।
ওটা ফোকাস দিয়ে পাস হয়, হ্যাঁ ফোকাস দিয়ে পাস হয়।
মানে আমি যদি সেই প্রপার্টি আমি ইউজ করেছি, মানে ওই থিটাটাকে বার করার জন্য, সাইন থিটাটাকে বার করার জন্য ইন টার্মস অফ ডি বাই ডিএক্স।
থিটা ক্যালকুলেট করার দরকার নেই অ্যাকচুয়ালি। তুমি যদি এমনি ক্রস প্রোডাক্ট ইউজ করো তাহলে থিটা না ছাড়াই হয়ে যাবে, থিটা ক্যালকুলেট করার দরকার হবে। দেখো, suppose this is the focus F, right, and this is my R vector. Can I say the current element is this one dl vector? This one is my current element,
Yes.
dl vector. So if this point I say it is x comma y, what is the magnetic field at this focus due to this current element? It is mu naught by 4 pi I into dl cross r cap. R cap means I can say dl cross r vector divided by mod r cube. Can I use this formula?
Yes, sir. Prove that.
Now look, I will not find the angle, but I will try to write down the vectors. What is
স্যার আর
dl?
ভেক্টরের ডাইরেকশনটা উল্টো হবে না?
কি ভেক্টরের?
আর ভেক্টরে
আর ভেক্টর স্যার।
r ভেক্টরের, ঠিক
আচ্ছা আর ভেক্টরটা তো উল্টো
ঠিক 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 r ভেক্টর ডাইরেকশন উল্টো হবে। ম্যাগনিটিউড নিয়ে কথা আনসার সেমই আসতো, বাট अगेन this is r vector. Now can I say dl vector is equal to dx I cap plus dy j cap? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And what is r vector?
Yes, sir.
What is r vector? Can you see that if I draw a vector polygon like this, this is xi cap, this is yj cap, this is aj cap, and this is r vector. Yes or no? So can I say from this
Yes.
vector polygon xi cap plus yj cap plus r vector is equal to aj cap?
Yes,
So
sir.
r vector is basically a minus yj cap minus xi cap. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I have to find what is mod r. Look, the mod r is root over of x square plus a minus y whole square minus twice ay. What is x square? Is it 4ay? So if it is 4ay and it is minus 2ay, can I say this will be plus 2ay?
Yes.
So it is a square plus 2ay plus y square. Can you say that? So mod r is actually a plus y. Yes or no? So now I can write this equation as mu naught by 4 pi I into dl cross r. What is dl cross r? If I say I cap and I cap is minus x dx and y cap j cap is plus a minus y into dy divided by r cube is a plus y whole cube. Right. Now look, I can find this equation by x because y is equal to x square by 4a. So what is dy? dy is equal to
স্যার এটা একবার বুঝিয়ে দেবেন
2x dx. হ্যাঁ বলো কোনটা?
ওই ডিএল ক্রস আরটা কিভাবে লিখবেন মানে
স্যার ওইটা তো
এক্স ডিএক্স জিরো হবে না
স্যার x dx তো 0 হবে না, x dy হবে না, মাইনাস x dy আর প্লাস a মাইনাস y ইনটু dx।
কে ক্যাপ হবে তো ওটা
হ্যাঁ
কোনটা কি বলছো?
K cap।
আচ্ছা আমার ক্রস প্রোডাক্ট করতে হবে। সরি আমি ডট প্রোডাক্ট করে দিয়েছি।
আপনি ডট প্রোডাক্ট করে
ক্রস প্রোডাক্ট করতে হবে, আমি ডট প্রোডাক্ট করে দিচ্ছি। তাহলে আমার আই ক্যাপের সঙ্গে যখন করব আই ক্যাপ 0 হয়ে যাবে, আই ক্রস জে কে তার মানে হয়ে যাবে এ মাইনাস ওয়াই ইন্টু ডিএক্স। ঠিক লিখলাম?
হ্যাঁ
জে ক্রস জে 0 হয়ে যাবে আর জে ক্রস আই মাইনাস কে, তাহলে এটাও প্লাস কে হয়ে যাবে plus
প্লাস এক্স ডিওয়াই।
Yes, now it is correct. Now y is equal to 1 by 4a x square. So dy is equal to 1 by 4a into 2x dx. That means 1 by 2a into x dx, right? So I can now find every term in terms of x only, right? Mu naught I by 4 pi into, if I take this one, it will be dx into a minus y a minus x square by 4a divided by a plus x square by 4a whole cube into dx plus x dy, that means x square dx divided by 2a into a plus y whole cube, a plus x square by 4a whole cube, right? So I need to integrate this one, but is there any shortcut to do this integration?
লিমিট কি হবে স্যার?
ফার্স্ট টার্মটা
ইনফিনিটি টু
হ্যাঁ বলো,
ইন্টিগ্রেশন কি করে হবে
ইন্টিগ্রেশনের লিমিট এখানে মাইনাস
স্যার আমার যে প্রসেস
লিমিট বলছেন প্রসেসটা কি করে হবে
হ্যাঁ দেখে নিচ্ছি তাহলে।
স্যার আমি যেটা করেছিলাম সেটাতে খুব সিম্পলিফাইড হয়ে গেছিল কিন্তু
থিটা ধরে
ইন্টিগ্রেশনটা।
স্যার এর টোটালে যদি a প্লাস x স্কয়ার বাই 4a এটাকে কিছু একটা ইউ ধরে নিই তাহলে
করা যাবে, এটা ইন্টিগ্রেশন করা যাবে। এক সেকেন্ড আমাকে দেখতে দাও।
সো ওরকম মনে হয় করা যাবে
x স্কয়ার বাই 4a হোল কিউব যদি আমি ধরে নিই তাহলে
প্লাস মাইনাস
হোল কিউব করলে একটা চাপ হয়ে যাবে না এটা একটু টাফ হয়ে যাবে
প্লাস মাইনাস
স্যার উপরেরটা যদি প্লাস মাইনাস x স্কয়ার বাই 4 এ করি
হ্যাঁ এই সে একই আসবে, এটাকে প্লাস এক্স স্কোয়ার বাই ফোর এ মাইনাস
তাহলে
এক্স স্কোয়ার বাই ফোর এ। আচ্ছা আমার মনে হয় তাহলে এই দুটো হ্যাঁ এই দুটো তাহলে আমার এ হয়ে যাবে। ঠিক, দেখো আমি যদি এটা এরকম করে করি, এ প্লাস এক্স স্কোয়ার বাই ফোর এ মাইনাস এক্স স্কোয়ার বাই টু এ বলতে পারবো।
বলতে পারবো।
হ্যাঁ, তার মানে এ
হ্যাঁ।
প্লাস এক্স স্কোয়ার বাই ফোর এ।
লিমিটটা আপনি মাইনাস ইনফিনিটি কেন নিয়েছেন? জিরো থেকে তো শুরু প্যারাবোলাটা।
না, এক্স এর ভ্যালু দেখো,
হ্যাঁ, এক্স ইকুয়ালস টু জিরো থেকে তো প্যারাবোলা। ও হ্যাঁ, ঠিক বুঝতে পেরেছি।
কিউব
ওয়াই
ইন্টু ডিএক্স, এটা লিখতে পারি এইটা মাইনাস এক্স স্কোয়ার বাই টু এ divided by a plus x square by 4a whole cube dx and plus x square dx by, দেখো এই দুটো কেটে গেল,
হ্যাঁ স্যার, খুব সুন্দরভাবে কেটে গেল।
এই দুটো ক্যান্সেল হয়ে গেল। তাহলে তো তোমার ইন্টিগ্রেশনে শুধু এটা বেঁচে থাকলো, মিউ নট আই বাই ফোর পাই ইন্টিগ্রাল ডিএক্স ডিভাইডেড বাই a plus x square by 4a whole square।
স্যার আমার ফাইনালি এই ইন্টিগ্রেশনটাই এসেছিল।
হ্যাঁ এটাই আসবে, থিটা নিয়ে করলেও এটাই আসবে। তোমার এখানে এটার ইন্টিগ্রেশনে কি হবে, এটার ফর্মুলা জানা আছে, a স্কোয়ার প্লাস এক্স স্কোয়ার।
নিচেটাকে জেড ধরে নিন না আর বাইরে ফোর বাই টু নিয়ে নিন।
কোনটাকে a বাই টু নিয়ে নেবো?
ফোর বাই টু মানে ডিভাইড আর মাল্টিপ্লাই করুন আর নিচেটাকে জেড ধরে নিন, তাহলে ডিফারেন্সিয়েট করলে উপরটা চলে আসবে।
ফোর এ বাই টু, ফোর এ দিয়ে মাল্টিপ্লাই।
স্যার এইটাকে করার জন্য না এটাকে করার জন্য একটা প্রসেস আছে, আপনাকে নিচেরটা এক্সপ্যান্ড করতে হবে।
নিচেরটাকে এক্সপ্যান্ড করতে হবে।
হ্যাঁ, আমি তো এমনি ভাবে তো ইন্টিগ্রাল ক্যালকুলাসে করেছি, যদি নিচে এক্স পাওয়ার 4 থাকে তার একটা প্রসেস আছে তো।
এটা ইন্টিগ্রেশন কি করে হবে? ইন্টিগ্রেশন জেড যদি আমি,
স্যার আপনি
কি করে করা যাবে বলো? এটাকে জেড ধরলে কিছু লাভ হবে কি? কারণ ওপরে তো এক্স ডিএক্স আছে,
না
ওপরে
স্যার,
এক্স ডিএক্স থাকলে আমার কাজ হতো।
এক্স নাই স্যার, এটা স্যার আপনি একটা কাজ করুন, আপনি নেক্সট পেজে যান, এটা খুব লম্বা হবে, এটা
এটা lengthy
একটা
হবে।
ওয়ে আছে করার।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে,
এক্স
এটা
ইকুয়ালস টু রুট টি বা ওরকম যদি কিছু ধরে।
ঠিক আছে চলো, আমি
না,
আমি এখানে ছেড়ে দিচ্ছি, আমি এখানে ছেড়ে দিচ্ছি, তোমরা এটা বাড়িতে try করো। এরপর তো ম্যাথামেটিক্স, এরপরটা তো করতে পারবে,
হ্যাঁ স্যার,
এরপরেরটা তো করতে পারবে ম্যাথামেটিক্স। এটা বাড়িতে ট্রাই করো, করে আমাকে কালকে আনসার দাও, তারপর আমি চেক করছি।
স্যার
বলো।
এটা করেছি
হ্যাঁ, করে কত আসছে আনসার?
স্যার, করে ফর্মটা মানে টোটাল ফর্মটা বলবো না ডাইরেক্ট আনসার বলবো?
ফর্মটা মানে আনসারই বলো ডাইরেক্ট, তুমি লিমিট বসিয়েই বলো, লিমিট বসিয়ে আনসার কত আসছে?
স্যার লিমিট বসিয়ে আনসার আসছে এটা পাই বাই 2a।
মিউ নট,
তো ইন্টিগ্রেশনের পার্থক্য।
আচ্ছা মিউ নট বাই 8 এ আসবে তাহলে আনসার তোমার।
হ্যাঁ স্যার,
মিউ নট বাই 8 ঠিক এরকমই কিছু আনসার আসবে এটা। বলো।
আমি ওই প্রসেসটা বলতে চাই।
হ্যাঁ বলো, কি করে করেছো?
স্যার আপনি একটিকাল লাইন ড্র করুন টু ওয়াই অ্যাক্সিস, একটা পয়েন্ট অন প্যারাবোলাতে।
হ্যাঁ এইরকম।
হ্যাঁ স্যার, দিয়ে ওটাকে আপনি ফোকাস দিয়ে পাস করে দিন।
ফোকাস দিয়ে পাস করালাম।
স্যার আপনি যদি একটা ট্যানজেন্ট ড্র করুন।
বলো।
স্যার নাও ইউ সি দ্যাট ভার্টিক্যাল লাইনের সাথে যে অ্যাঙ্গেলটা আছে ট্যানজেন্টের,
ভার্টিক্যাল লাইনের সাথে যে
But
ট্যানজেন্টটা
এই যে-
আছে এই অ্যাঙ্গেলটা, এইটা কি? হ্যাঁ,
হ্যাঁ সেই অ্যাঙ্গেলের সাথে ইকুয়াল হবে।
সেই অ্যাঙ্গেলটা কোন অ্যাঙ্গেলের সাথে
ওই
equal
অ্যাঙ্গেলটাকে
হবে? এই
ওই
অ্যাঙ্গেলটার সাথে,
রিফ্লেকশনের প্রপার্টি।
এই অ্যাঙ্গেলের সাথে সমান হবে। হ্যাঁ ঠিক
স্যার আপনি দেখছেন কি এই যে অ্যাঙ্গেলটা এটাই হচ্ছে আমাদের মানে পাই মাইনাস থিটা
এই অ্যাঙ্গেলটা
theta।
হয়ে যাবে পাই মাইনাস
এটাই তো আমাদের থিটা যেটা ডিএল
ডিএল। আচ্ছা
আর ভেক্টর
ডিএল ভেক্টর এটা, ডিএল ভেক্টর এটা, এটা আর ভেক্টর। তাহলে ডিএল ক্রস আর মানে তো আমাকে এই অ্যাঙ্গেলটা বার করতে হবে। হ্যাঁ, পাই মাইনাস থিটা, ঠিক 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 ঠিক।
আমি ওই সাইন থিটা বার করলেই তো পেয়ে যাবো।
হ্যাঁ, এই সাইন থিটা বার করলে পেয়ে যাবো
এবার
মিউ নট বাই
স্যার আপনি
4
ভার্টিক্যাল লাইনটা
পাই আই
extend
ইন্টু ডিএল সাইন থিটা ডিভাইডেড বাই মড আর স্কোয়ার। হ্যাঁ, এরপর বলো কি করেছো, এটাকে এক্সটেন্ড করে দিয়েছো।
স্যার এই ভার্টিক্যাল লাইনটাকে এক্সটেন্ড
হ্যাঁ,
এবারে স্যার ওই অ্যাঙ্গেলটা অপোজিটের সাথে ইকুয়েট করুন। এই
এই
যে
এই অ্যাঙ্গেলটা, আচ্ছা এই অ্যাঙ্গেলটাও সেম
Yes, sir.
হবে কি? হ্যাঁ, আচ্ছা তাহলে আমি পেয়ে যাবো। ঠিক, তাহলে এটা যদি থিটা হয় আর এটা যদি ফাই হয় তাহলে থিটা প্লাস ফাই ইকুয়াল টু 90
হ্যাঁ।
ডিগ্রি, তাই বলছো তো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার থিটা 90 ডিগ্রি।
হ্যাঁ, তার মানে
স্যার
থিটা
আমি আমাকে ফাই cos phi is equal to sin theta
cos phi equal to sin theta, ঠিক, sin theta
cos
equal to cos phi, and I know tan phi, right? I know tan phi. Tan phi is equal
tan
to
phi
dy
is
by
dy by
dx.
dx
হ্যাঁ, সেখান থেকে cos phi
therefore
বার করে
cos phi
এখানে
will be
বসিয়েছি।
1 by হ্যাঁ স্যার আপনি বার করুন খুব সুন্দর কাটবেন cos
Cos
phi is
phi
equal to 1 by root under 1 plus dy by dx
cos phi হয়ে যাবে তোমার 1 by root under 1 plus dy by dx whole square, ঠিক, গুড।
স্যার আর
তাহলে
আমরা dl জানি dl হচ্ছে dx into dl
dl হয়ে যাবে dx into,
dl টা লিখুন dx square by root x square plus dx
হ্যাঁ, dl square by dx square equal to 1 plus dy by dx whole square, এটা বলছো তো? তাহলে dl by dx
হ্যাঁ স্যার তাহলে এবারে
equal to এইটা বলছো 1 plus dy by dx whole square।
স্যার
এরকম
এবারে আপনি দেখুন ওই dl sin থিটাটা শুধু dx আসছে
হ্যাঁ, dl sin থিটাটা শুধু dx আসবে, ঠিক, dl
শুধু
sin
dx
থিটা,
আসছে
dl sin থিটা, ঠিক, dl sin থিটা তাহলে dx চলে আসবে, dl sin থিটা
সেই
চলে আসবে
dl স্কয়ার বাই dx স্কয়ারটা কত হবে বলেন
এটা dl square
dl স্কয়ার
equal
ইজ
to
ইকুয়াল টু dx
dx
dy
square plus dy square।
হ্যাঁ ওখান থেকে আসছে।
হ্যাঁ, ঠিক, তাহলে এখানে তোমার চলে আসবে মিউ নট বাই 4 পাই আই ইন্টু ডিএক্স ডিভাইডেড বাই মড আর স্কোয়ার। মড আর স্কোয়ার তো আমাদের জানা আছে a প্লাস ওয়াই হোল স্কোয়ার।
যেটা আপনার এসেছিল
হ্যাঁ, করে আলটিমেটলি
Last
তোমাকে
একদম
এখানে
last।
ইন্টিগ্রেট করতে হবে। ঠিক, গুড মেথড, এইভাবে করতে পারো।
এইটা আরেকবার বলে দেবেন, ডিসকানেক্ট হয়ে গেছিল এই মেথডটা।
এইখানে এই যে সাইন থিটাটাকে বার করা হয়েছে, সাইন থিটাটাকেও কি করে বার করেছে, এখান থেকে একটা লাইন ড্র করেছে, ভার্টিক্যাল লাইন। এই ভার্টিক্যাল লাইনটা এই ফোকাস দিয়ে পাস করবে। দিস ইজ দ্য প্রপার্টি অফ লাইট, প্রপার্টি অফ প্যারাবোলা বলতে পারো, যে ভার্টিক্যাল লাইন প্যারালাল লাইন আসলে সেটা ফোকাস দিয়ে পাস করে সবসময়। অ্যান্ড ইফ দিস ইজ দ্য মিরর, মিরর মানে আমি এখানে একটা ট্যানজেন্ট ড্র করেছি, দিস ইজ দ্য মিরর, তাহলে এই অ্যাঙ্গেলটা আর এই অ্যাঙ্গেলটা সমান হবে, দিস টু অ্যাঙ্গেলস আর সেম, and the angle between dl and r vector is pi minus theta. So sin of pi minus theta equal to sin theta basically, dl into dl cross r cap বলে না, তো dl into r into sin theta হয়। So r cap is 1 and sin theta is sin pi minus theta, sin pi minus theta is equal to sin theta. Then extend this line, and if this angle is theta, this angle is theta, So this angle will also be theta, and if this angle is phi, then tan phi is equal to dy by dx, because this is the tangent at this point, right? So from tan phi, you can calculate cos phi, and cos phi, phi plus theta is equal to 90 degree, because this is vertical line, right? So cos phi is equal to sin theta. Now you can put the value of sin theta as cos phi, and dl is equal to dl square plus dx equal to dx square plus dy square. From there you can find dl by dx equal to this one. So dl equal to dx into root under this one. So dl into sin theta, it will get cancelled out. It is in denominator, it is in numerator. dl into sin theta, you will finally find dx. And then r square is a plus y square, that already you have calculated. The same thing you will find. Yes, good method. So we have done these questions. This was
Sir,
also your
that
homework?
question, where did you get from? Which book?
Parabola.
Sir.
Parabola, I have not seen in any book. I think one student only asked me in last year. One student only asked me.
Oh,
In the figure, the circular wire and infinite wires carry the same current I. This circular wire and the infinite wires are carrying the
What's
same
the
current.
direction of the currents?
It is not given, you have to find it. Find the point
sir, null point
on the
হতে
z
গেলে তো একটা
axis.
পার্টিকুলার মানে ডাইরেকশন
হ্যাঁ।
হবে।
Take. Where the magnetic field is 0. You have to find the magnitude of the current. Only the find the point z. You have to find only the point z, right? Look here. If you look that situation from here, if I look that situation from here, then this current carrying conductor, this circular ring, you will see as a straight line. Yes or no? From here, what you will see, that ring as a straight line only. And there are two infinite current carrying conductors at the ends, right? And from this end, if you see, then which axis you are going to see? X and Z axis? Yes or no?
Yes.
So see, this will be your Z axis. This will be your X axis. Have I drawn it correct?
Yes, sir.
Now suppose the current in this loop is in this direction. So due to this current carrying loop, current carrying coil, what is the direction of magnetic field at some point here?
K cap, positive K cap direction.
Along this direction. So due to this current I, the magnetic field, suppose this is 1, so magnetic field is B1 in this direction. Can you understand? Can you follow this one?
আপনি
বলো বলো।
আপনি পিকচারে যে স্ট্রেট লাইনে যে কারেন্টের ডাইরেকশনটা দেখেছেন ওটা কি ফ্রন্ট সাইড না ব্যাক সাইড?
এই উপর থেকে দেখছি আমি, এই লাইনটাকে দেখি, আমি শুধু একটা লাইন দেখছি।
তাহলে তো এই এখানে তাহলে তো ডাইরেকশনটা উল্টো হবে।
এই ফ্রন্টটা দেখবো না আমি, ফ্রন্টটা যদি আমি দেখি তাহলে এই দিক থেকে এই দিকে যাবে।
আচ্ছা স্যার, ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে, ওকে।
এবার দেখো, so this is due to the ring. Now suppose this wire is carrying a dot current and this wire is carrying a cross current, right? That means this wire is carrying current upward and this wire is carrying current downward. That is my assumption, right? Guess. Let us check whether it is possible or not. If this is dot current, can you tell me what is the direction of magnetic field at this point? What will be the direction of magnetic field at this point?
Opposite to the Z.
Perpendicular to this line,
Yes.
and due to this cross current, the direction of magnetic field at this point is this one. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now can I say that these two currents can cancel this B1?
Yes.
Or no? If you look to any other arrangement of the currents, you will find that B1 cannot be cancelled out. If this is cross, বলো,
মানে যেটাকে ডট, আপনি যেটাকে ডট করেছেন সেটাকে আমি ক্রস করেছি, আর আপনি যেটাকে ক্রস করেছেন সেটাকে আমি ডট করেছি, আর সার্কুলার লুপের ডিরেকশনটাকে
সার্কুলার লুপের ডিরেকশনটাকে উল্টে দিলে করতে পারো।
সেটা একই তো ব্যাপার, ওটারই তো মিরর ইমেজ হচ্ছে।
But this loop current you can assume any direction, right? এই লুপের কারেন্টটা তুমি এদিকেও নিতে পারো, এদিকেও নিতে পারো, whatever it may be the direction. If this direction is this one, then this is the only possible case where you can cancel this magnetic field. Yes or no? So now I have to find that what is this distance Z. Let us first find what is B1. Let us assume this currents, this magnetic fields are B2 due to this currents. This current, all of the currents are same magnitude, same current. So what is B1? Do you remember what is the magnitude of magnetic field at a distance Z from this axis?
by 2 pi d.
Mu naught I x, mu naught I r, right? Mu naught I r.
স্যার
বলো,
সার্কুলার লুপ বলছেন না ওয়্যার?
সার্কুলার লুপ, সার্কুলার লুপ B1 হলো সার্কুলার লুপের জন্য অ্যাক্সিসে কত হয় ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ড?
মিউ নট
I R by
I
2
not r square
square whole to the power 3 by 2.
Mu naught I
r square, mu naught
R
I
square. So the numerator will be R
sir
square.
r square.
r
It's
square.
numerator r
ঠিক আছে, mu naught I r square divided by 2 into r square plus z square whole power 3 by 2. Is that this the formula?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I can find what is B2. What is B2? This is R, this is Z. So this is root under R square plus Z square. For infinite current carrying wire, what is the magnetic field?
mu not I by 2 pi d.
Mu naught I by 2 pi D. What is D here? Is it R square plus Z square whole half? Yes or no?
Yes sir.
Now, if this angle is, these are perpendicular to this line, right? This B2 is perpendicular to this line. So, if this angle is theta, this is 90 degree. What will be this angle? Can you see that this B2 is perpendicular to this line? This angle is 90 degree. So can I say this angle is also theta? Yes or no?
Yes.
So in order to cancel the magnetic field, the condition should be B1 is equal to twice B2 cos theta. Yes or no?
Yes sir.
So B1 is equal to mu naught I r square divided by 2 into r
Sir,
square.
how this is 90 degree?
Magnetic field for a current carrying loop. How the magnetic field
Okay,
is?
sir, got it.
Magnetic field for a current carrying loop at a distance r is everywhere same. So you can only draw a tangent
Yes,
and
sir.
find the magnetic field direction. Right? Okay. So that is B1 mu naught I r square by 2 r square plus z square 3 by 2 is equal to 2 B2 mu naught I by 2 pi r square plus z square half into cos theta. Cos theta is equal to r divided by root over of r square plus z square, right? If you cancel mu naught I, 2 gets cancel out, mu naught I, r1 will get cancel out. There will be root under r square plus z square only, right? So pi into r is equal to twice root under r square plus z square. So pi square r square equal to 2r square plus 2z square. So you can find the value of z from here. 2z square is equal to r square into pi square minus 2. So z equal to, bolo,
सर ওটা 4 হতো 2 এর জায়গায়
4 হয়ে যাবে স্কয়ার করে। 4z স্কয়ার ইকুয়াল টু পাই স্কয়ার মাইনাস 4 হয়ে যাবে। তাহলে z ইকুয়াল টু r বাই 2 রুট আন্ডার পাই স্কয়ার মাইনাস 4। Magnetic field at the center of a spherical shell. This is a spherical shell rotated about its diameter. Rotated about its diameter like this. And I have to find the magnetic field at the center. So what I will assume, I will take a small ring at some angular position theta. I will take some small ring of d theta. This angle is d theta. Right? Can I find what is the surface area of this ring?
yes sir
This is small r the radius. So small r the radius of that ring is r cos theta, yes or no?
yes sir
And the area of that ring is 2 pi r into r d theta, yes or no?
yes sir yes sir
This length is r d theta. 2 pi r into r d theta. So the charge on that ring is q divided by 4 pi r square into 2 pi small r capital R d theta. Current for that ring is dq into omega by 2 pi. Right? So what is the magnetic field at the center due to this ring? Magnetic field at the center due to this ring is mu naught I into r square divided by 2 into r square plus x square whole power 3 by 2, where the value of x is what?
আর sin theta
Sin theta.
X equal to r sin theta. So I can find dv is equal to mu naught I by 2 into r square is r square cos square theta divided by, okay, the value of I will put it here. Right? Value of I is omega by 2 pi into dq. dq is q into small r divided by 2 capital R. into d theta. And what is r square plus x square? Is it capital R square?
Capital R square.
So
Yes,
this
sir.
will be r cube. Right? কি cancel হচ্ছে দেখো? Small r, again small r is capital R cos theta. R will get cancelled out. R square, one R will be there. So mu naught by 4 pi R, 8 pi R. Mu naught by 8 pi R is there. Mu naught by 8 pi R is there. Mu naught by 2 into 2 into 2, 8 pi, and R is there. And there is omega in numerator. And is that integration of cos cube theta?
Yes, sir.
Can I say it is cos theta into cos square theta?
Yes, sir.
Then I will take sin theta to be z. Then cos theta d theta is dz. Right? So it is 1 minus z square dz integration. Yes or no?
কিউটা মনে হয় বাদ চলে গেল।
Q বাদ চলে গেল। So mu naught q omega by 8 pi r into 1 minus z square dz, and the limit for z. Can you tell me what is the limit for theta?
Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2.
Z for the minus 1 to 1.
1 to 1.
Z minus 1 to plus 1. So what will be the value? Z will be 2 and minus z cube by 3. So 2 minus z cube by 3 means 2 by 3. 2 minus 2 by 3. I think it will be 4 by 3. So it will be mu naught q omega divided by 6 pi r.
Yes, sir.
Right? Have you got this as your answer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. ওই মিউ নট আর মিউটা কি আলাদা? মানে মিউ নট cannot be written as simply mu.
No. Mu naught is something different. Mu naught is relative permeability of the free space. Right? And mu is, you can say mu naught into mu r. That you can write as mu. Right? But we do not use mu actually. Right? We will use mu naught into mu r if some other material is used. Not mu.
So what is mu r?
Relative permeability. We'll talk about that. Okay, so we have done this thing, a magnetic field inside a solenoid. Now
Yes.
we will talk about magnetic field lines, another very important concept. Although we have seen that electric field and magnetic fields are interchangeable, only depends on reference frame, but there is a huge difference between the field lines produced by a magnet and produced by a charge. Here look, I have drawn magnetic field lines produced due to an infinite long current carrying wire. Can you see the nature of magnetic field? Are these magnetic fields circular in nature?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
the magnetic field lines here form a closed loop. Right? Magnetic field lines form a closed loop. At any point, if you want to find the magnetic field direction, you just draw tangent on this loop and you will find the direction of magnetic field. Right? But at any point, you can see that actually the magnetic field lines form a closed loop. And what was the nature of electric field lines? Electric field lines can
They did
never
not
form
complete.
closed loop.
So did not form closed loop.
Right? So that is why the difference is there in between the field lines of electric and magnetic field. Right? So as the magnetic field lines form closed loop, can I say that surface integral of B dot ds is always 0?
Yes.
Can you tell me why? You take any closed surface, if some magnetic field lines enter in that surface, it has to leave that surface somewhere, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. That is why integral of B dot ds in a closed loop is always 0. This is known as Gauss law of magnetism. There is another reason for that. Can you tell me why the integral of surface integral of E dot ds was not 0, or it may be 0, but it was not 0 in most of the cases?
Isolated.
There was a net flux flow.
Yes, because the reason is very simple. If you have a positive charge and if you bound this positive charge with a surface, you have to tell me that there are definitely some number of field lines crossing that surface, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
But
sir.
if I have a positive and if I have a similar negative charge, can I say that electric field lines will pass this boundary? No. Why not?
No.
Because the same field lines originated from positive charge has terminated negative charge. But in magnetism, is only a monopole possible that you can only select a north pole of magnet and you bound this north pole of magnet by a boundary. Then only you can see that from north pole, if I assume that magnetic field lines are originated, right? This is basic assumption that magnetic field lines originate from north pole, right? And they terminate at south pole, outside the magnet. So if only a north pole was possible, then I could say that integral of B dot ds is not 0. But is it possible that only north pole you can bound inside a boundary?
No, sir.
No.
sir.
Whatever small magnet you find, always it will come in pairs. You will have a north pole and you will have a similar type of south pole, right? So what is the net magnetic flux?
0.
Is it
Zero.
0? Magnetic flux is 0 through this.
Such electric dipolar electric flux 0 হবে.
Yes, definitely. Net charge is 0, so electric flux is always 0.
স্যার আমার একটা কোশ্চেন আছে যে নট পোলগুলো তো সবসময় অরিজিনেট করে না ম্যাগনেটের ভেতর দিয়ে তো টার্মিনেট করে
আমি বললাম outside the magnet. Outside the magnet, magnetic field lines are originated from north pole. Inside the magnet, they are originated from south pole.
স্যার এগেইন রিপিট লাইন আই গট ডিসকানেক্টেড
I've said that if this is a north pole south pole of magnet, from north pole the magnetic field lines will originate, terminate at south pole, outside the magnet. But inside the magnet, the field lines originate from south pole, terminate at north pole.
Sir, what are these poles actually?
There is no concept of pole at all, right? We'll talk about the pole, right?
So is it due to polarization?
No. This concept of pole does not exist. Magnetic pole actually does not exist,
Acha.
right? This, as I have said, that all these concepts we are studying because of historical purpose. Earlier people do not know that there is a correlation between electric current and magnetic field. That is why they assumed that these are the magnets and inside them if they assume like this, that if this is a bar magnet, then magnetic field lines are originated like this. So they have extended that field lines and they assume that here they will meet. They assume that it is a north pole. They said that at south pole the field lines are going to meet. They assume that this is south pole, but basically if you cut the magnet at this point, you will again find that the south pole will lie inside it, and you will again find the north pole will lie inside it. Yes or no?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. So basically you can never find the north pole and south pole because the concept is not valid. The concept is actually not true. There is no pole in magnet. There is no north pole, no south pole. Yes, only to understand it in a better way, that in which direction the magnetic fields are originating, you can say that it is north pole from where the field lines are coming out, and this is south pole at where the field lines are going into the magnet, right? That is only to understand the direction of magnetic field. Otherwise it has no means no no use of that north pole and south pole, right? It is practically not possible. We'll talk about what is the pole, right? Why this pole concept is there, we'll talk about that. For the time being, is it clear that magnetic monopole does not exist? That is why the Gauss law of magnetism says that net flux is always zero. Also, the reason is magnetic monopole does not exist. Monopoles do not exist. Clear about this one? First two properties clear?
Yes, sir.
Come to the next property, Ampere's law of magnetism. You remember that in electrical field lines, we have seen that line integral of E dot dl was not equal to 0. Yes or not? Sorry, was 0. Line integral of E dot dl was 0. In a
Yes,
closed loop, if you
conservative
do
force.
that line integral of E dot dl, you will find is 0. The answer. Okay. So unlike the electric field lines, here you can see that line integral B dot dl is not 0. It may be 0, but it is not always 0. You can see that, suppose, take this example, right? Let us assume that this is current I. And I am going to find E dot dl, B dot dl along this circular path. Along this line, which is at a radius r. Can you tell me what is the B dot dl here?
B into 2 pi r, not into.
Magnetic field is always tangential? Yes. B and dl both are in the same direction, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Always.
Yes, sir.
So for this path, integral of B dot dl is equal to B into 2 pi r. What is the magnetic field B, if you remember? What is magnetic field B? Mu naught I by 2 pi r, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Into 2 pi r. Look, the B dot dl value is mu naught into I, right? And this is known as Ampere's law of magnetism, that if I draw B dot dl in any loop, if I draw B dot dl in any loop where the current in the loop means current crossing that particular loop is I, then B dot dl will be mu naught into I only. I enclosed means the current that is crossing the surface enclosed, the surface bounded by the contour. This loop is also known as contour, right? This is known as contour. What is the difference between loop and contour? Contour has a particular direction. Look, this loop has a particular direction. If someone says that find the B dot dl in this direction, find B dot dl in this direction, what should be your answer?
So minus mu
Minus mu naught I.
That
So whenever you will find this question that find B dot dl in this loop, they will give you a proper direction of the loop. If I move in this direction, then dl vectors are in the same direction as of B vector. But if I move in this direction, B vector will not be changed. B vector depends on I only. But dl vectors are now changed. So B dot dl are in opposite. So you will find minus mu naught I. Right? In this way you will find negative. Understood? So a contour I have to first define in order to find B dot dl. Now if you take this loop, this particular loop, right, you will find that in this loop B dot dl is 0. In this loop, can you calculate this loop? Suppose this is capital R, suppose this is capital R1 and this radius is capital R2, right? So they form the same angle theta, right? So what is this this length? Is this length R1 theta and this length R2 theta, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So if I find B dot dl along this loop, along this segment only, along this segment, what is B dot dl along this segment? Mu naught I by 2 pi R1 into R1 theta, yes or no?
Yes.
Along this segment, what is B dot dl? Along this segment?
mu naught
Mu naught I by 2 pi R2 into R2 theta.
Is it plus or minus?
minus
It's minus.
Minus. Because the magnetic field is in this direction, I have taken loop in this direction. So if you add these two, what you will get?
0.
0.
0.
Why I am getting 0 from Ampere's law? Can you understand? Because
No
in
current crossing.
yes,
That is-
because in
No
this
current
contour, area bounded by this contour does not have any current that crosses it.
Sir,
Follow?
can we say this from Gauss law of magnetism?
No. From Gauss law of magnetism, you need to have a closed surface, closed boundary, closed volume.
Okay,
It is
sir.
only a open surface. It is not a closed
Okay, sir, got
surface.
So magnetic field lines always form closed loop.
Always form closed loop. Always. That is the property of magnetic field lines. They always form closed loop. There is an exception of electric field lines. We'll talk about it later. That electric field lines also sometimes can form closed loop.
The induced electric field.
Yes.
Electric field line.
Yes,
magnetic
we'll talk about
solenoid.
induced electric field later on, but remember that magnetic field lines do not have any exception. They will always form a closed loop. Is this part clear?
Yes,
Look,
sir.
Yes.
in order to use that Ampere's law, there are two conditions that I have to understand. First, that current should pass all the possible open surfaces bounded by the contour. Look, what do I mean by that? A very important thing to understand. Suppose this is a infinite long wire and I have to find a magnetic field at this point. I have to find the magnetic field at this point P. So what I will do, I will take a contour like this, right? And I will say that what is B dot dl in this contour is nothing but mu naught into I. If someone says that, suppose, what is that current? The current is defined as the current that crosses the surface bounded by the contour. Yes or no? The current should cross the surface bounded by the contour. Now the question is that surface need to be only a flat surface?
No, sir.
The answer is no.
No.
You can assume
No.
this to be a ring where you have formed a soap bubble, right? Just visualize this in that way. You can assume this to be a ring where you have formed a thin soap film. So the current is crossing that flat surface. That current you can take as your iron close, no problem. Right? Now if someone blows that soap bubble, the soap bubble will take in this form, yes or no?
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Also you can see that this surface is also bounded by this contour and the
Yes,
current also crosses
Yes,
this
sir.
surface. Current also crosses this surface, yes or no?
Yes. Yes. Sir.
Yes.
Yes.
If someone says that no, I will take this surface, also the current crosses this surface.
Yes, sir.
So this current can be applied as iron close because whatever surface you take, the current is going to cross that surface.
স্যার আমরা অ্যাম্পিয়ারস ল যদি একটা কারেন্ট ক্যারিং ওয়্যার 90 ডিগ্রি অ্যাঙ্গেলে বেন্ড হয়ে যায় তাহলে লাগাতে পারবো ওই জাংশনে?
অ্যাম্পিয়ার্স ল আমরা কোথায় লাগাই? কোনো একটা কারেন্ট ক্যারিং কয়েলের উপরে, কন্ডাক্টরের উপরে লাগাই না কোনো একটা পয়েন্টে, বাইরের পয়েন্টে লাগাই? যদি এখানে বেন্ড হয়ে যায় কারেন্ট, তুমি কোন পয়েন্টে লাগাতে চাইছো অ্যাম্পিয়ার্স ল?
বাইরের পয়েন্টেই লাগাবো, মানে এই পি পয়েন্ট একটা ডিসটেন্স।
এই পয়েন্টে লাগাতে চাইছো, লাগাও, কি অসুবিধা আছে? এই পয়েন্টে যদি আমাকে লাগাতে হয় তাহলে আমাকে বেসিক্যালি সুপারপজিশন করতে হবে এই কারেন্টের এই কন্ডাক্টরের জন্য আর এই কন্ডাক্টরের জন্য, দুটো আলাদা করে ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ড বার করে ক্যালকুলেট করতে হবে।
তখন স্যার কন্ট্যুরটা কি টাইপের নেব?
দুটোর জন্য আলাদা দুটো কন্ট্যুর। বাট এখানে দেখো, if I talk about this conductor only, there is a very common question to all students. If I take only this conductor, I can find magnetic field at this point. My question is, if I take this conductor of length L, can I find magnetic field at this point by using Ampere's law?
No, sir. No, sir. It should be a practical situation.
So
Yes.
it's not a practical situation.
Why, can you tell me why it is not a practical
Sir,
situation?
because actually an isolated wire of length at a particular length we can't make.
There should be source and sink to enter and exit the current.
Is it possible that I make a positive plate here and negative plate here, and some charged particles are there. So these charged particles will flow from here to here. Due to that, there will be a current, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then why I cannot find an Ampere's law here?
Sir, it will possibly end up and there will be no charge after some time.
Yes?
Sir, here is no
Plus charge will-
source or a sink.
What is the
Sir,
problem here? It is also a practical case. This practical case is possible, yes or no? If someone says
Yes.
that this case is not possible, this case is not possible, then why it is not possible? That you need to understand. Why this case is not possible? Is it possible that I have a finite length of current carrying wire?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Finite length of current carrying wire, and it is carrying a constant current I.
No, sir.
No, sir,
not
it's not
possible.
possible.
Why?
তাহলে ফার্স্ট কন্ডিশনটা ভায়োলেট হতে পারে মানে
স্যার এখানে তো তাহলে কেসিএলটাই তো ভ্যালিড হবে না এন্ড পয়েন্টে।
Is this possible? Tell me. Is this situation possible? This is
No,
also a finite
No,
length of
sir.
current, yes or no?
Sir, there should be a source to maintain the constant current I.
Yes, sir. It will
The
vary.
potential difference will decrease.
So
But
when
if I do
say
not,
the
if I do
current will
not,
vanish after
if
some
I do
time.
not, if I do not maintain that potential, what is the problem? Then also there will be a current I, but that will not be a constant current. But the current
Yes.
current I will be there, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then what is the problem? Look, few things you have to
Magnetic.
remember. Yes,
The magnetic
Magnetic
field will
field-
change continuously.
but at a particular instant, if I ask you, suppose there is a current here I. At a particular instant, you can find the value of current I. So for
Yes,
that
sir.
particular instant, can I find magnetic field by using Ampere's law?
No, sir.
No.
Look, there are so many things that you need to understand. First of all, this formula Ampere's law is valid if it passes all the possible surface bounded by the contour. Suppose I have taken this contour and I have taken this surface. Is that current going to cross this surface?
No, sir.
No. Basically, I cannot use this Ampere's law in this case. Someone says,
finite length we cannot use, but for infinite length we can use.
yes, for infinite length, always it will cross, as I have shown it here. But for finite length, if someone says that no, it is crossing this flat surface, what's the problem? I will say not only flat surface. Ampere's law never mentions that it only has to cross a flat surface. Ampere's law says that the current crosses any surface bounded by that contour. Now if I say that this is a surface also bounded by contour, and
Sir,
your
it should
current,
be all na.
yes, it should be all the surfaces.
Statement.
Yes. It should be all the surfaces. Yes. Now your current fails to cross that particular surface. So basically this Ampere's law fails. But there is a modified law for that we will not study here. We will study that in Maxwell's equation of electromagnetic wave. It is known as displacement current.
Sir,
Yes,
sir, can you please repeat the last sentence? I got disconnected.
I am saying that for a finite length of conductor, you cannot use Ampere's law. Why? Because that finite length cannot cross all the possible surfaces bounded by that contour. Yes or no? Is that clear? That finite
Sir.
length,
Sir, if the current carrying wire bends, then it can cross.
if the current carrying wire, yes, if it
Bends.
is a circular wire, you can use, no problem. If it is a circular wire, somehow
repeat the last part.
you take this loop, You can use Ampere's law here. What's the problem here? You can use it. But here you cannot say that everywhere the magnetic fields will be the same. Can you say that?
Yes.
No.
No.
But if I ask you what is B dot dl, the answer is definitely mu naught I here for this loop. You can use this because this current is going to cross all the possible surfaces that you make with this contour as the boundary. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, but what is the reason of this law?
Look, this law was first made by Ampere, but this law was modified by Maxwell, right? And
Sir,
initially,
why did he? How did he arrive at this conclusion that current should pass through all the
look,
surfaces?
this law does not have like Gauss law. Can I prove Gauss law? That
Yes.
why it is Q naught by epsilon naught? I can only find mathematically that it is happening everywhere. This law is also the same. Gauss
স্যার আপনি
law.
তো গস লয়ে তো বলেছিলেন কি যে কোনো একটা সারফেসে যদি একটা ছোট্ট স্ফিয়ার নিই তো যা ফ্লাক্স স্ফিয়ার দিয়ে পাস হবে অবভিয়াসলি ওই সারফেসটা
এবার
দিয়ে সেম
কতটা ফ্লাক্স ওই স্ফিয়ার দিয়ে পাস হচ্ছে সেটা তো আমরা ম্যাথমেটিক্যালি ক্যালকুলেট করেছিলাম, তারপরেই আমরা
স্যার ওটা
কিউ
তো আপনি একটা অ্যাপ্লিকেশন দিয়েছেন।
তারপর আমরা কিউ নট বাই এপসাইলন নট ক্যালকুলেট করেছিলাম না।
হ্যাঁ
স্যার ওটা তো আপনি
এখানেও
application
সেম
একটা
জিনিস,
তাই জন্য ওখান থেকে তো আমরা বলতেই পারি কি ওটা সবার জন্যই ট্রু হবে।
তো এটাও সবার জন্যই ট্রু।
না
যদি
স্যার এটা অমনি কোনো এক্সপ্লেনেশন থাকা উচিত না কি সব কন্টুর দিয়ে পাস করতে হবে এমন কন্ডিশন কেন এলো?
হ্যাঁ, তো রিজন খুব সিম্পল। যদি তুমি এরকম কোনো একটা কন্ডাক্টর নিয়ে নাও তাহলে সেই কন্ডাক্টরে যে কারেন্টটা তুমি বলছো দ্যাট কারেন্ট ইজ নট অনলি কন্ডাকশন কারেন্ট বাট দ্যাট কারেন্ট ইউ হ্যাভ টু অলসো টেক ফর ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট কারেন্ট। That we have not discussed. That is why I have said that limitation. বোঝো ভালো করে, এই যে অ্যাম্পিয়ার্স লটা ইউজ করা হয়েছে এখানে আই এনক্লোজ বলা হয়েছে, এখানে কি মেনশন করা আছে কি এই কারেন্টটা কন্ডাকশন কারেন্ট হবে না ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট কারেন্ট হবে?
না
মেনশন করা নেই। কাজেই তুমি যদি দুটো কারেন্টকে একসঙ্গে ধরো দেন দিস ইকুয়েশন ইজ এক্স্যাক্টলি কারেক্ট। বাট ইনিশিয়ালি অ্যাম্পিয়ার্স ল যখন তৈরি করা হয়েছিল দে অনলি থট অ্যাবাউট কন্ডাকশন কারেন্ট। ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট কারেন্টের ফর্মুলা অনেক পরে এসেছে, আফটার ম্যাক্সওয়েল ডিরাইভ দ্য ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট কারেন্ট ফর্মুলা ফর্ম দেন। তারপর দেখা গেল যে উইল টক অ্যাবাউট ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট কারেন্ট, নট হিয়ার, রাইট? No, it is not the correct place to discuss displacement current. But remember that whenever we are talking about conduction current means the current that is due to the conduction of charge. Current that is due to the conduction of charge. That is called conduction current. So whenever we are talking
তার
about
মানে যখন
huh?
স্যার ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট কারেন্টের জন্য আমরা ওটা অ্যাপ্লাই করতে পারবো
এই কারেন্টটা যে কোনো কারেন্টের জন্য হতে পারে, নট অনলি কন্ডাকশন বাট ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট অলসো। যদি তুমি ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট কারেন্টটাকেও নিয়ে নাও তাহলে এই যে লিমিটেশনটা আমি রেখেছি এই লিমিটেশনটা না রাখলেও চলবে। বাট ওয়েন ইউ আর অনলি টকিং অ্যাবাউট, বলো,
ইনিশিয়ালি যখন এই লটাকে বার করা হয়েছিল তখন ওরা এই লিমিটেশনটা নিয়ে ভাবেনি
না, কারণ তখন শুধু কন্ডাকশন কারেন্ট নিয়ে হয়েছিল।
স্যার তার মানে তখন ওরা অ্যাজিউম করেছিল কি এমনি যদি একটা ফাইনাইট ওয়্যারও থাকে তাহলেও হবে,
কিন্তু ফাইনাইট ওয়্যার তখন পসিবলই ছিল না বার করা, তখন ইম্পসিবল। ফাইনাইট ওয়্যার পসিবল কখন? যখন তুমি এর ভেতরে একটা ইলেকট্রিক ফিল্ড অ্যাপ্লাই করবে আর ভেতরে কিছু চার্জ রেখে দেবে। In this case, in addition with conduction current, there is a displacement current also. In this
and ওরা
case,
এটা জানতো না।
nah, this case was not possible in that time. So definitely, I have to say that whenever, right, we have deviated so much from this actual point. The point of Ampere's law says that whenever we are dealing with a conduction current, it should be the current should pass all the possible surface, right? You cannot think about a finite conductor because that cannot pass all the possible surface bounded by the contour. Is this okay? Now if you see, say
Yes, sir.
that
Yes, sir.
this case is there, current is changing, there are several cases possible. All these cases can be found by the same Ampere's law, but it is known as modified Ampere's law, that we will discuss in later chapter. Very important thing, right? Because students have a very common question that why this finite conductor I cannot use Ampere's law, right? The reason you can see that it cannot pass all the possible surfaces. Okay. Now the second condition is that current taken is positive if it matches with the direction of thumb after we curl our right hand fingers along the direction of contour. For example, I have given a contour like this, right? A contour that is like this, a contour like this, right? This is the bold surface, means the contour is outside of the surface, and this is the inside the plane. And if I take a current which is crossing that surface like this, so what I will say that integral of B dot dl is plus mu naught I or minus mu naught I.
Negative.
Minus.
How I can say that? If I curl my right hand fingers along the direction of current, what will be the thumb? What will be the direction of your thumb? Can you tell me?
Upwards.
Upward, right? The direction of thumb will be upward. So in this case, I will take upward direction positive. So if the current is upward crossing the surface, I will take current positive. If it is downward, I will take negative. So this answer will be mu naught into I. Understood? These two conditions you need to remember. The first condition gives us the limitation. The second condition gives us the direction of the current. I will take positive or negative. Okay, all right. So I will end my class for today here. We have discussed Ampere's law. I will give you few questions to solve at home.